Laser sights enhance and maintain your accuracy in a time of crisis, preventing tunnel vision and allowing quick target acquisition in awkward shooting positions. Crimson Trace, making laser sight standard equipment. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
Today on Tom Gresham's Gun Talk, we're talking custom gun stocks, the return of the Remington R51, your range reports, and more. Call in now at Tom Talk Gun. That's 866-825-5486. Now, here's Tom.
All righty, let's talk about some guns today because I'm Tom Gresham. I'm the host, and the show is called, well, you know what it is. It's Gun Talk. We're going to be talking about some of the guns that you're buying, some of the things that you're buying, because people are buying guns like crazy. We talk about who is buying guns, what's going on. I just saw a new stat. 44% of the homes in the country have a gun in them. That's up again because, of course, the anti-gun media has been saying, well, gun ownership's going down. Gun ownership's going down. This is part of the whole marginalize it, minimize it, demonize it, make fun of it, and then it's easy to attack it. If there are fewer people in the group, it's easier to attack it. It's bigotry. Of course it is. That's the whole idea about bigotry. That's what it is. But in this case, of course, those of us who know about it keep thinking, well, wait. We've had 100 million guns sold in the last 20 years or so. We have more guns being made and sold now than ever before. Oh, yeah, by the way, and crime rate is down. Crimes with guns, down. Murders, down. More guns, less crime. Who'd have thought that? Well, there's an idea. So as they want to say, well, not as many people own guns anymore. What hogwash? Well, new Pew Research says 44% of the homes in America have a gun in them. Yeah, it's not quite half, but it's pretty darn close. So chances are if you don't have a gun, somebody in a house either on one side or the other of you does. Now, okay, I want to share the behind the scenes, the joke I just got told before we started here, because Tom, who's running board and running some stuff for us behind the scenes, just told us. He says, all right, if I have 10 guns and the government takes away 5 guns, how many guns do I have? The answer is 67. I kind of lied about the 10. Yeah, I like it. It's very good. Thank you, Tom. It was excellent. That was very, very good. So what have you been shooting? What are you taking out to the range? Are you buying anything? I just bought some more magazines. Well, because, I take my own advice. I am a self-enabler. Yes, I will enable you. I will help you to buy the guns and the things you want. But I also self-enable in the privacy of my own home. I buy magazines and ammo and guns and stuff. Yes, I do. I just spent a full week out in Las Vegas. Yep, did not even spend a dime on gambling. Not my thing. But we were shooting video, having some fun. It's the fun time of the year for us because, of course, we're always shooting video for our TV shows. But we also now start working with a number of different companies on things that are new. What are they going to be introducing? What are they going to be releasing? And we get to go out and do some things with that. And so, although I can't tell you what the new things are, I can tell you that we were shooting with our good friends Rob Latham and the lovely Williams sisters, Jay Leese and Justine, as cute as they can be. Oh, that's right. I'm looking at the calendar. Tomorrow night, Monday night, I'm doing this live on Sunday. So Monday night on Sportsman Channel on our show Gun Venture, our television show called Gun Venture, you will be able to see Jay Leese and Justine Williams. They are, and it drives them crazy when people say they're cute, but come on, they're just cute. They're just these little bitty girls, and I mean, not just young, but little. They're small, and they're just fun and giggly and, great manners and all of that. And then when they grab an XD or a 1911, they just rock them like nobody's business, and some of the fastest reloads you have ever seen, or in some cases not seen because they're that fast. You'll be able to see them in action and get to know them a little bit on Gun Venture. It airs tomorrow night, by the way. And if you don't know, You should by now, but if you don't, if you miss a show, our past shows are now available. What do they call this? Over the top. They call it the over the top systems. It's our gun. Just look for Gun Talk. It's the easiest way to do it. Just search for Gun Talk on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. And of course, we put them up on our YouTube channel as well, where you can see that. We have just recently released a video on the Remington R51. I was invited to go up to Huntsville, Alabama, and shoot that, the reintroduction, 2 years after it was introduced and pulled back. So we have our video on the R51 up. We'll be talking about that in just a little bit. And of course, we do have, guess what, more giveaways. We try to give away as much stuff as we can, as much as we can kind of work with our sponsors, our advertisers, and just our friends in the business. Say, hey, you got anything to give away? Sure, cool, okay. So we're giving away stuff. This one runs only until this Friday. You got to go to guntalk.com/win, W-I-N, guntalk.com/win. It's called the Summer of Concealment giveaway with Alien Gear holsters and Bigfoot gun belts. And it's a whole package of stuff with Alien Gear Cloak Tuck 3.0 IWB holsters, belts, outside the waistband holsters, inside the waistband holsters, all kind of other stuff there. You can see all the details. guntalk.com/win, W-I-N. Let's see here. Let's talk to Glenn on line 3, who's called in from Shreveport, Louisiana. Hello, Glenn. You're on Gun Talk.
Hey, Tom.
Yes, sir.
I heard your tape show 2 weeks ago, and you're talking about that Hillary's Supreme Court could say that only the military could have guns, or you could borrow them from the military or something like that. My question is, if she wins and that did come to pass, what are you going to do with your guns if they say you have to turn them all into the National Guard or the Army Reserves or something?
I'll have a lot of roomies, I guess, because I won't be living at home. Because if they come, they'll have to put some leg irons on me or something. I'm not doing it. I'm not turning them in.
Me too. I'm 69, so it's I don't have a lot of time left. But the young kids that are just really into the Second Amendment, it's going to kill them. They'll have to either go to jail or something. I just wondered. Or it goes a different way, Glenn. Maybe when we get to that point, people will go, hey, you know what? Tom wasn't crazy. He really did know what he was talking about when he said Hillary really, truly does want to send people to your home and take your guns away. She really means it when she says that. We thought that was just something that, the gun crazies were making up. And then maybe they'll go, well, maybe we should get politically involved. Oh, wait, it's too late. The point of that, of course, being, Glenn, and I know you get where I'm going with this, right now is the time. 71 days right now until the election. What are you prepared to do? It's a 3-4 point gap. Could go either way right now. Hillary is in the lead, really. I mean, I don't care what the poll of the day is, but that's the reality of it. She will ban guns. She says she will ban guns. She makes no bones about it. She wants a gun ban. She wants to get the Supreme Court to say, you do not have an individual right to own a gun. When she says the Supreme Court got it wrong on McDonnell and on Heller decisions, where they said you have an individual right to own a gun. It's not a collective right. It's not a National Guard. You, the person, you, the mother, you, the father, you, the student, you have a right to own a gun. Not according to Hillary Clinton. Oh, no. That's a radical misinterpretation of the Constitution. Only the National Guard has the right to own a gun. Really? The government actually has no rights. You understand that, don't you? Only people have rights. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Doesn't say the right of the state. Doesn't say the right of the government. Doesn't say the right of the military. It says a well-regulated militia. That means a group of people who go out and practice. That's what well-regulated means. Being necessary for the security of a free state. The right of the people. The word people used 4 times in the Bill of Rights always means individual. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
And yet, I have been in a federal courtroom, and watched Department of Justice lawyers for the U.S. government say, no one in this country has a right to own a gun. No one in this country has a right to own a gun. Look right up there at the judges and say that. Wow. Here's a question for you. It's partly rhetorical, but partly it's really not. What has to happen for you to get truly committed to this cause? If not now, when? If not you, who? What would have to happen? I mean, because if this isn't it, I don't know what it is. Or are you still saying, well, Tom, that's not a big deal. She's not going to get my gun. Wow. I do hear that. I hear people say, well, she's not going to come after the hunting guns. She doesn't really mean that. It's just those other guns, really? Anybody believe that? 866-TALK-GUN. 866-TALK-GUN. What are you carrying these days? And do you carry extra ammunition with you when you are carrying? I'd love to get your take on that. If you do, why? If you don't, why not? And how did you come to that conclusion? Our number, 866-TALK-GUN, or just dial me 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
Want to customize the look of your firearm and give it ultimate durability? Well, don't paint it, Cerakote it. Cerakote is a spray-on ceramic polymer coating that uses state-of-the-art technology to achieve superior abrasion resistance and corrosion protection. Field-proven and trusted by manufacturers and gun owners like you, Cerakote is the industry's unmatched performance leader. In lab testing and real-world applications, Cerakote outperforms the competition every time. See for yourself and find a local certified applicator near you at Cerakote.com. Choose the best. Choose Cerakote and finish strong.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at ShopGunTalk.com. Get prepared. ShopGunTalk.com.
The Black Hills. There's nothing like it on Earth. The kind of place where characters become legends. Wild Bill Hickok, Crazy Horse, Calamity Jane. Pick any part of the world and you'll find people go there to make it their own. But this is where people come to get made. This is the place that made the people who make the best ammo on Earth. Black Hills Ammunition.
You got your carry permit, and that's good. But you know you could use more training. Get the DVDs, which have what you need. Springfield Armory presents Concealed Carry 1 and Concealed Carry 2 with Bata Group. Learn specific concealed carry skills from Top Gun fighting trainers. Get trained. Be prepared. This really is life and death. ShopGunTalk.com. That's ShopGunTalk.com.
When it's all on the line, you can count on Trijicon Optics. Earning its reputation in combat and on hunts in all corners of the world, Trijicon comes through. The new AccuPower rifle scopes feature battery-powered illuminated reticles, variable power, adjustable brightness, plus they're waterproof. The years of waiting, the dollars spent, your hunt of a lifetime comes down to a single moment. Get Trijicon quality. Trijicon.com. Trijicon.com.
All right, back with you. 866-TALK-GUN. Get you in here. Let's see. Let's see where we want to go. Line 1. Kevin gets in. It's in Hatch, Utah. Kevin, where is Hatch, Utah?
Hatch, Utah, about 90 miles northeast of St. George, Cedar City area.
Oh.
Near Bryce Canyon.
Sure, okay. Right. Okay. Do I go through there when I'm driving from Salt Lake to St. George, like through Beaver in that area?
Yeah, exactly. East of 15, at Cedar City, 45 miles east of Cedar City area.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I've been over there not too long. In fact, this show I mentioned we're showing tomorrow night on Sportsman Channel. We shot a good bit of it at Cedar City and St. George with Double Tap Ammo and with the Williams sisters there. So that'll be airing tomorrow night, Monday night on Sportsman Channel. So what's cooking?
Great. Yeah, I was just listening to the conversation here and stuff, and I've talked to, for the last year and a half or so, 5 different counties surrounding my area here and talked to the sheriffs and good rapport with all our local sheriffs up here. And they pretty much blanket come out and say that if there's any type of gun confiscation or, you know, anything comes down the line, that they will not enforce it. And that just gives us all a breath. You know, we're way country out here and everything, and we're all hunters and shooters and stuff. But the local sheriffs are all local men, and they say they will not enforce it. So you have to be a blue helmet coming down the driveway, I think, you know.
You know, it's one of those deals that, and I love to hear them say that, and I've heard sheriffs say that. Generally, police chiefs don't say that. Sheriffs do. There's a big difference.
Right.
But on the other hand, the way it works...
These are actual sheriffs.
Right.
Not just a deputy sheriff, but a sheriff of the county, you know,
right.
Talk to about this.
Right. And here's the thing. And then what happens is it's not going to be, well, we're going to confiscate all the guns. It's going to be, well, we're going to carve out a certain little subset, small group, and we're going to outlaw that. And then we're going to get, see, they have to acclimatize law enforcement to confiscation just as they do the public. Well, we're going to say these are really bad guys. We're going to carve out this little group, and then we're going to have just a little bit larger group, and then we're going to have a little bit larger group. And before you know it, everybody's real comfortable with the guys coming and knocking on the doors and showing up with a SWAT vehicle in front of the house to get those unauthorized weapons because they have an arms cache of 14 guns or 3 guns, or you've got more than 1,000 rounds of ammo, which to me is like a morning's worth of shooting. I know what you're saying, and I know that people say, well, we just wouldn't enforce those laws, but they don't really understand how insidious the gun banners are and how, frankly, patient they are. They'll say, well, look, we'll just do this over a 15 or 20-year phase-in, and we'll do it just a piece at a time, and that's the way it will come. Now, the first one will be, of course, the so-called assault weapons, because Hillary says straight up, she said, we're going to reinstitute that ban, and it's not going to have a sunset on it, and we will come and get your guns. For those who don't get it, and look, I appreciate the call, sir. For those who don't get it, she doesn't have to say the words, we're going to come and take your guns away. Here's what she says. We should take a look at Australian-style gun control. And see, if you don't know what that means. And the media says, well, she's never said she's going to confiscate guns because she didn't say the word confiscate. But what she said is we should look at Australian-style gun control. Okay, well, what is that? Well, Australian-style gun control is you must turn them in or go to jail. We're going to confiscate your guns, and more than that, we're going to destroy them. So when she says we should be considering instituting Australian-style gun control, what she's saying to anybody who knows anything about the subject is, I want us to consider confiscating privately held firearms. Oh, and for those who think, well, that's just those evil old machine guns. No, she's talking about semi-automatic guns, and I'm not talking about ARs. I'm talking about your duck shotgun, that Ruger 1022. Oh, yeah. Did I mention it included pump shotguns, too? Well, but that's crazy, Tom. Those are hunting guns. Yeah, but here's the thing. There's no such thing. There's no distinction between a hunting gun and a defensive gun or a competition gun. They're just guns. The same gun can be used for all of those things, right? You understand that. You get that. And if they can be used for all those things, then, yeah, it might be used for hunting, but it could also be used for evil intent. And if that's the case, we must take it away from you because you might just flip out and go crazy at some point. And to make sure that you don't have a gun when that happens, we simply have to make sure there are no guns for you to get a hold of. Oh, that. Terry's on line 4 in Arkansas. Hey, Terry.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good. What are you thinking? Dive in, man. I got about a minute. Get it.
I enjoy your show, and my comment is that if Hillary Clinton gets into office, she wants my gun, she's going to have to fly for my cold dead fingers.
Well, that's a proposition that she's probably willing to do. She could just send the people who will do that. And look, people say, well, the law enforcement won't do that. Well, a lot of them won't. I give you that. I got a lot of good friends in law enforcement who simply say, I'm not doing that. I won't do that. But there are also a bunch of people in law enforcement who would be happy to do that. Oh, that would never happen, Tom. Really? How about it already did? How about we send in cops who knock down little old ladies and take their guns away from them on camera, i.e. Katrina? How about we send in a complete occupying force in the United States in a major city in Louisiana, and we have the mayor issue a call that says no one in this town will be allowed to have a firearm, and then sends in the police to confiscate the guns, and they do? Oh, yeah, that would never happen here except that it did already. And they went into homes where no one was there. They were evacuated and took the guns and then claimed they didn't. And that only when Mayor Ray Nagin was personally going to be held accountable did they suddenly find a warehouse full of confiscated guns that they had steadfastly refused to acknowledge that they had taken. So for those who say, oh, the law enforcement's not going to pick up guns, they already did. They already were willing to, just to take them from unoccupied homes, to take them away from little old ladies, to knock people down, to point their guns at them and say, I'm going to leave you here with the crooks and the thugs and the murderers and the rapists, and I'm going to take your guns, and we're leaving now. And if you won't do that, we're going to put you in jail. We're going to haul you away.
Sign up for our Gun Talk newsletter and join the Truth Squad at www.guntalk.com. Now, back to Gun Talk with Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
Yeah, boy, we were having some fun out in the desert this past week, shooting some guns and shooting video of them and doing the whole deal. Is there anything better than slow motion video of guns going off with the brass flying through the air? And, it's like, big slow motion. And somebody said it looks like a big brass beer can flying through the air slow motion when you can see it. It's just so cool. And then, of course, we try to make it look even better. We use the right camera angles and everything. You can see a lot of that on our show Gun Venture and also Guns and Gear, both of them running on the Sportsman channel. The new shows air tomorrow night, Monday night. Check that out. If you don't get that, of course, later on you can always see the videos on our YouTube channel or on Roku or Amazon Fire or Apple TV. We're on all of those. Just look for Gun Talk there. That'll work. What have you been shooting? What have you been taking out there? Have you, I was just talking to a guy, had a service guy over at the house, like 2 hours ago. And he said, yeah, I just bought an AR-15, first one I ever bought. He's asked me, he says, what is that key thing? Key mod. Oh, yeah, okay, the key mod. Yeah, I didn't get any iron sights because they had plastic ones. I didn't want to buy those. I wanted to get, he's so excited. And I'm thinking, man, this is what it's all about, getting the fun stuff and going out and shooting, buying mags and ammo, and people discovering how much fun all this stuff is. That's always fun. We go, there's a world out there. If you had not shot a semi-automatic pistol before, you got to learn how to run that. If you've not shot an AR-15 before, and there are a ton of people who grew up hunting, shooting bolt-action rifles, who still have not shot AR-15s, let me just invite you to the fun. You're missing out. AR-15 platform, and it's can be, I don't know that anybody actually knows how many manufacturers are making ARs anymore. Could be 100 plus easily. They're all essentially the same. At the same time, they're all kind of different, but they all run the same. You simply need to learn where the controls are. Safety, right? Simple. Magazine release, got that. Just like on your pistol, your semi-auto pistol. Instead of a slide lock, it's a button you push to hold the bolt back. The one thing you have to learn is how to run the handle, the charging handle, because when you pull it back and lock the bolt open, then you slide the charging handle forward till it clicks. It's an easy thing, but you got to figure all that out. And then just work on drills like raising the gun up to your shoulder, firing a shot, and then you take the safety off as the muzzle comes up and gets on target. And then when the muzzle goes off of target, the sights go off the target, you put the safety back on. So it'd be like coming up, the safety goes off, fire one shot, bang. And then come off the target, the safety goes back on, and your finger goes outside the trigger guard. Slowly, just do this over and over again. It will take you almost no time, and you'll get real comfortable with the AR-15 platform and realize, let's see, what could be fun about this? It's a lightweight rifle. That's good. It's ergonomically designed. It fits almost everyone's hands. That's good. It shoots relatively inexpensive ammo. That's good. It has little to no recoil, a very good thing. And you can put 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, or 60 round magazines in it, even more. And so you can shoot a lot and have a bunch of fun. So shooting a lot is always a good thing. So you kind of go back to the, why would I not have one of these? And then some people are going to say, well, yeah, but what are they good for? Well, having fun is one thing that they're good for. Just going out to the range and shooting them. Nothing wrong with that. And honestly, that's enough. Just going out and shooting and having fun, that's enough. That's enough of a reason. But, of course, they're good for hunting. They're also good for personal protection. They're good for home defense. Good for a lot of different things. I want to drop down to line one. I want to pick up Diana out of Waco, Texas here. Hey, Diana, thanks for calling in. Texas, you got to love it.
Hey, Tom. You know, us Texans like our God, our guns, and our pickup trucks. And let me tell you, I'm a grandma, and they would be hard-pressed to take my guns away from me.
So, okay, you're a grandma, you love God, guns, and your pickup truck, and you are a by God Texan. So if they tell Diana, they say, okay, we're going to need you to come by the police station and turn in your guns, what's Diana going to do?
Diana's got gas in the truck, and she's gone. I'm not turning in my guns. I've lived a long, long time, and I'm willing to lay down for my country and my beliefs. That sounds kind of radical to a lot of people, but if we don't have that kind of faith and that kind of determination, our country's going to, where in a handbasket.
How'd you get to this position? You sound like a very interesting lady. How did you get to the point where you're saying, I am going to defend my rights, I'm going to defend the rights that this country was built on, and this is my line in the sand? How'd you get there?
I grew up in Kentucky, out in the country on a farm. I've worked my entire life. I had an excellent career. And through the years, I have watched my country, my rights, my beliefs, my faith be eroded by socialists and by people who do not have standards to lead our country. And I'm just that stubborn. I'm not going to give up on what I believe, and I'm not giving up on my country. I love my country. We're all military. My whole family's military. I've got a 30-plus year son right now. Husband's retired. Uncle's retired. My brothers are retired. I did 34 years with the Defense Department, and I've just watched it go downhill. So I'm just not going to give up.
I love the attitude. All right, so how do you talk it up to your friends? You say, look, you guys got to get on board on this election, because the election is going to be the whole deal, both for the president and also for senators. The race for the Senate's huge. How do you explain that to people?
I just come right out and tell them like it is. You can either become a socialist and have everything that you've ever worked for taken from you, including your livelihood, or you get off of your know what and go vote for Donald Trump, someone that I believe can lift us back out of the mess we're in. I'm not ashamed to I'll get out and politicize with any of them. I'm not afraid of them. I'm not intimidated by them. I just firmly believe it.
I don't think you're intimidated by anything, Diana. You're my kind of lady, I got to tell you. I'd vote for you.
Well, I'll tell you what. After 34 years working in the Defense Department, I worked with military aircraft, the space shuttles, missile systems, all different aspects of it. I have seen so much corruption, so much thievery from the higher ups that it literally, I had to retire to keep my sanity.
I understand. Sounds to me like Diana's a woman that you don't want to mess with. Thank you so much. You take care. Keep talking it up out there. That's it. That's my line in the sand. What are you going to do? She says, I got a truck. It's full of gasoline. So I'm not going to get my guns. Ah, interesting. 866-TALK-GUN gets you in here. What is your take on this? When you're talking to people about this election, what are they saying, and how do you... I mean, the real question here is, how do you explain the necessity to get involved and get on board on this? Because I still have people going, oh, I don't know. He's not this. He's not that. Yeah, you know what he is? He's not her. That's what he's not. 866-TALK-GUN.
Hi, this is Joe. I bought a silencer from Silencer Shop, and it was a pretty amazing experience. I simply went to silencershop.com, followed the instructions, purchased my silencer, and they took care of the rest. My local firearm dealer called me when my silencer arrived. Did you know a silencer is an important accessory that offers an added hearing protection and greater shooting accuracy? It's great for hunters and those who want to enjoy more social interaction during shooting sports. Visit silencershop.com to find a silencer for your firearm.
Hi, this is Tom Gresham from Gun Talk. America is losing critical wildlife habitat at a rate of one football field every hour. It's happening on the Louisiana coast, but it's critical to all sportsmen and conservationists. These precious wetlands provide winter habitat for more than 10 million ducks and geese annually, waterfowl that migrate north through dozens of states. Don't shrug it off. Get involved. You can help. Visit vanishingparadise.org.
The XDM 3.8 Compact from Springfield Armory is 2 guns in 1. Use as your concealed carry gun with a compact magazine and use the extended magazine for home defense. Carry 13 rounds of 9mm in the compact magazine and a whopping 19 rounds in the extended magazine. To see the entire family of Springfield Armory XDM pistols, go to springfieldarmory.com. That's springfieldarmory.com.
Crimson Trace announces the revolutionary Link, the world's first wireless laser and white light system. Combining a green laser at 300 lumen light with instinctive activation for AR-type modern sporting rifles, Link offers wireless control of the laser and light from the ergonomic replacement grip, eliminating the need to reach for the rifle's forend. Link. Smart, simple, secure. Available now. Visit crimsontrace.com to find a dealer near you.
All right, back with you. 866-TALK-GUN. Get you in there. I'm Tom Gresham, and we're talking about, well, what have you taken to the range? Are you buying anything? I think I may need to buy another gun. I mean, it's not that I want one, you understand. It's just I need one. The problem I'm having is which one? So, which one are you looking at? Which gun are you thinking about buying? Or maybe you just bought something. I'd love to get that range report. If you bought something, let me know. I'd love to find out which gun got you going. Let's see here. Larry's on line. Where did we leave? I lost Larry. I did. I had Larry somewhere. There he is. Line 3. Thank you. I lost Larry. Thank you. Hey, Larry, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. And thank you for having me on your show.
You bet. So what are you thinking?
Okay.
I can hear you okay. You go ahead.
Okay. I got a big question, but I'm sitting out here in Utah, and, things are going really well. We're not seeing the battles they have in these inner cities, the bigger cities, but this attention to Hillary in this election has got a lot of people concerned. And like you said a minute ago, they're wishy-washy about Trump, and so a lot of these people out here, even in Utah, wasn't even going to vote because they didn't like Trump or Hillary, but then the end result is going to be Hillary if they do that. And but it's what I'm wondering is when this election comes down, and we kind of heard a lot about it with Obama, that it got rigged, and Trump thinks it could be rigged, and so if we end up with Hillary and our Second Amendment rights are taken away from us, and the last lady on the line was talking about fighting, for your rights, and I think everybody feels that way. But if that was my question, what can we do to, in a bigger way? We got to have more people together on this to have any power in it. I'm afraid they come in with military police and they're able to.
Larry, I'm going to jump in because if we get to that point, we've lost. If they come in with the MRAPs and all to take your guns, it's over. You're not going to win. That's why you don't want that battle. And so to avoid that battle, we will fight the battle we have right now. The battle we have right now, to your point, is, of course, try as hard as you can to make sure that Hillary doesn't get elected. But at the same time, and this is huge, is make sure that the Democrats don't control the Senate. Because when they control the Senate, that's an automatic okay for Supreme Court nominations. So yes, it's the presidential election, but it's also the election, it's the Senate, and it's just huge. You cannot overstate how important it is. And the battle is, and people say, I love it. People say, they would never take my guns. I would stand in the doorway. I would shoot my way out. Yeah, but you won't get off your butt and put up a sign in your yard. Really? That's your level of commitment? I won't put a sign in my yard, but I'll fight to the death? You'll pardon me if I have a little bit of trouble believing the whole I'll fight to the death thing when I won't even bring up the subject of the election for fear of alienating someone because you're talking politics. If you don't have the guts and the wherewithal and the will to introduce, not just join a conversation, to actually introduce the subject, to put a sign in your yard, to go online and throw $10 at an election, and it could be a Senate election, it could be a House election, whatever, something. What are you doing right now? Not, I will do that when things go south. Partner, we're spiraling around the drain right now. Now's the time. You fight to win now so you don't have to fight that awful, inconceivable, unbelievable battle that would be coming later. That may or may not be winnable. This one, in fact, is winnable. So I guess the question is, what's your level of commitment? If you're in your mind, you're saying, well, they would never take my guns. I would. Okay, good. I'm not going to call you a liar, but I am going to call you on it. So pony up. Where are you right now? Right now, this week, what are you going to be doing? Does that connect at all? Is anybody thinking, well, yeah, maybe I should be getting involved? If you're thinking about it, let me know what you're thinking. 866-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham. Kind of interesting. Just as I'm talking about this, my email dings and I get an email. I sign up for the Moms Demand Action every town. I sign up for every email I can get from every gun control, gun ban, gun confiscation group. Because I want to know what they're doing. This one just popped in from Holly Price. Moms demand action for gun sense in America. Tom, I wanted to make sure that you saw my message on the important work we're doing in Nevada this week. We need as many volunteers as possible to call or text Nevada voters to talk to them about the background check initiative on the ballot this November. It goes on, of course, they're asking for money. But here's the thing. They're pushing the bogus, phony, mythical, nonsensical universal background check. That is, it's a ban on being able to loan a gun to your buddy. It's a ban on being able to give your gun to a child. It's a ban on being able to share your firearm when you go out hunting. Because to do those things would be, in fact, a felony if they get this passed. And yet they put it in front of the media and the public, and they say, well, this is just common sense. We need a background check on all gun transfers. The public and the media think transfer is a change of ownership. But no. A transfer is when I hand it to you. So the FBI has to be involved. Oh, Tom, that's crazy. You guys are just crazy. Really? Really? Ask the folks in Oregon about it. Ask the folks in Washington State about it, where they already have it. Where nobody can quite figure it all out, but what it means is if I want to loan a gun to my buddy to go pheasant hunting this weekend, we have to ask the FBI if that's okay and do a federal FBI background check on my buddy through a gun store before I can loan him a shotgun for the weekend. Oh, yes, but wait, there's more, as they say. When he gives it back to me, that's another transfer. That's what they're wanting for Nevada. That's what they're wanting for Maine this year. They want to ban the ability of you to give or loan a gun to anybody without the FBI knowing about it, which means they want a record of everybody who has a gun, permanently or even just for the moment. Oh, yeah, by the way, those instant background checks, good point. They're not always instant. Sometimes it takes a long time. Oh, I have a friend, a lady who's all of a sudden in a very precarious situation, and she's in danger, and she needs a gun. And I would like to loan her a gun. I'm going to take her to the range and teach her to shoot the gun, and she could have a gun for self-protection. Oh, but I couldn't do that, could I? Because, of course, we'd have to ask the FBI, please, Mother, may I? Can I loan this good person a gun? Maybe they say yes, maybe they say no, or maybe they just don't respond at all while somebody's kicking in the door, screaming, I'm going to kill you and all of those kids in that room. Every day it happens. But we wouldn't want to be able to give her a gun. No, not unless we could have a record of it. So for those who are not quite getting what's going on, this is what I get every day. This is the kind of stuff these people are sending out every day. They are pushing. They're putting it on the ballot in Nevada and in Maine and in other states. They're involved. They're committed. They want your guns. They make no bones about it. Now, my question to you is, what are you going to do? What's your commitment level? What is your commitment level? Dollars and time. Time and money. That's all there is, right? That's all there ever is. We'll talk about it in just a minute. We'll also talk about rifles and how to make yours more accurate when we come back right here on Gun Talk.